Hello, hey there, this is Benjamin. I hope you're doing fine. And in this video, I'm going to be talking here briefly about one of the main reasons why someone left you. And before I talk about this video today, I just request you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also, if you're going to be watching me on my Facebook page, I hope that you like and follow this page. Please do me that favor now. Now, let me dive into this topic right now. You see, when I was thinking about this topic here, a number of things came into my mind. And there are so many reasons why people decide to leave the other person. And I'm not talking about a boyfriend and a girlfriend only. I'm talking about two people who had a mutual relationship, whether it's you and your sister or your brother or even a parent or even a cousin. I'm talking about family members or business partners, neighbors, and then, of course, the basic one about relationship between two people. I don't know what is the main reason why you left someone. You know it, you know what they did to you, and you know why you decided to finally say, hey, goodbye, and we can't go on doing these things we've been doing together. I'm going to give you some simple examples of some of the things that shows us that we are not perfect human beings. I believe no one is perfect, even me and you who is watching this video. That means we are bound to make mistakes from our words and even our actions. But the most interesting part is this. Let me give you some simple examples here. If you are a driver and you're driving and you overspeed, obviously, most countries, they will give you a ticket. You will be fined or punished because you are driving too fast and you are putting your life at risk together with the other road users at risk. If you go ahead and drink alcohol and then you drive, again, you'll get punished. Some countries have very serious laws governing people who drink alcohol and drive. That is a mistake. You don't do those mistakes if you don't want to be punished or fined. Supposing the same person who was caught overspeeding or drinking alcohol and then driving did that more than 10 times in a row, in a month, or even in a year, what's going to happen to him or her? Bigger punishments, right? That same man or woman is going to face the law. Sometimes the license will be revoked or suspended, or he will never be allowed to drive again because now his life and the people who use the roads are becoming or getting into bigger risks. He might die or he might kill other innocent people on the road. This simple example shows you how mistakes can turn into habits. That the same things you've been doing to someone, the first time it could be a mistake. They might forgive you. They will tell you, hey, okay, we understand it was a mistake and I have forgiven you. That woman or that man might tell you the same thing. You did a mistake and you have apologized and they forgive you. But these days, we have so many people who continuously take the chances they have been given as a joke, as their right. Someone does so many bad things to you, you forgive them once, you forgive them second time, third time, until later on you realize that this person, that man, whatever he is doing or saying, has turned out to become a habit. And when habits are formulated, it's very hard to break them. If somebody begins cheating on you, you catch them red-handed, and then they apologize, you forgive them, and then they do it the second time. The third time, by the time they're doing it the fifth time, it's now a habit. And now you see, if such a person is doing all these things, cheating on you more than 5 times, other than showing you disrespect or not caring about your feelings, how you feel about their actions and what they are doing to you, it becomes a habit. And they are putting your life at risk. Their habits are actually endangering your life. So the more you keep on giving them these chances, like most people do, there are people who have learned that when people continue doing these mistakes, it becomes a habit and they stop the habit by walking away. But we also have another group of people who continue tolerating the same habits. So you forgive this person more than 70 times, more than 100 times, and then it becomes a habit. And now these people that are forgiven, if you forgive that man more and more, and you keep on tolerating him, sometimes, or in most cases, they take it for granted. They know you're weak. He knows that you can never do anything about it. He knows that you're desperate. You still need him in your life. And he has room to continue doing it. And sometimes they even do it without any remorse. They don't feel anything bad about their actions and their words because the habits have become too much. And you, on the other hand, you have accepted that that's who they are. My question to you is this. If you have never left someone and their habits from their mistakes continue growing, what is stopping you from leaving him? What is derailing you from making that decision, that saying enough is enough? I'm just asking you this question as you're watching and listening to me. What is stopping you from saying, hey, enough is enough? Your mistakes, I forgave you last year, I forgave you last month, I forgave you a few days ago, but you're doing the same things. What is stopping you from leaving that person? Because the more you allow people to continue doing the same things, it's no longer mistakes. This is not a mistake, it's a habit. Even if you're a parent, your son who refuses to do his homework, or your daughter who does the same, refuses to do the homework over and over again, it will become a challenge from the school, from the teachers, and back to you as a parent. Why? Because now this is a habit. It's no longer a mistake. He might forget doing the homework once or twice, but if it's done over and over and over and over again, then this is a habit. There is a problem. Either the school might suspend your son or your daughter, or he or she might be forced to repeat the same grade or might not graduate. This concept applies in everything and everywhere around the world. Never allow people or someone to create a habit of doing bad things that directly makes you sad, unhealthy, and even very, very unhappy. The more you allow him or her to continue doing the same things, then you become the part of the problem. And even when you begin looking for advice, like most people look for advice, you might look for advice in social media, you might go to a counselor, you might go to a church leader or a mosque leader to ask him or her about the best action to take. But before you take that step to go and look for advice, ask yourself, what have you done in tolerating this habit? When did it begin? When did this man begin over drinking and ignoring the responsibilities as a husband and as a father in the house? When did he begin slapping you? When did he begin cheating? When did he begin doing all these things that he's doing? When did he begin abusing you? Very strong, demeaning words coming from his mouth. When exactly did he begin it? Has he done it once? Did he do it 2 times? Or he has done it more than 5 times? Now that he has done more than 5 times, what have you been doing about it? Obviously, you have accepted this habit. Now you have become powerless. Yes, I know you need advice, But when you are tolerating someone doing certain things to you, very bad things that from mistakes turn into habits, then you become part of the problem. Before you even look for that advice to hear what another man or another woman will tell you, begin seeing it as you too have contributed in this problem. That's the challenge I have with people who tolerate very stupid, bullshit, and nonsense habits from an individual that they are staying together with in the same roof or claiming to be together, tolerating it not even for 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, but for a long time. And then one day they begin looking for advice. You begin praying about it. You fast about it. You deny yourself happiness simply because these mistakes turned into a habit. Breaking a habit, even for someone who is struggling with use of drugs, is extremely difficult. Even when you talk of somebody who is addicted to drug use and abuse, before you take them to rehabilitation, one of the biggest questions you are asked with those rehabilitation centers is if they are willing to go through the sessions by themselves, not you taking them there. Does he want to change? Does she want to change? Is it coming from her mouth and from her actions? Does she really want it? Does he really want it? So if someone has very bad habits to you and they don't want to change, they are not willing to change, you have done every single thing to make them realize that their mistakes have turned into a habit, but they don't want to change. If that man cannot change, you looking at me and listening to me has to change. You have to cut the habit. And for someone who has been doing these bad things, if you've been doing it to a family member, you've been doing it to your mother, to your father, to your brother or sister, or if you've been doing it to your spouse or someone that you're together with, the bad person who turned mistakes into habits, this video was for you. It's a reminder the reason why they left you or they are planning to leave you is because now those things you're doing and saying are no longer mistakes. It is a habit. And when habits are formulated and they become bad habits, one of the best things to be done to you is to be left alone. You need another man or another woman with the same habits to stay together so that you can go through the pain you've been putting to the other person. Help me to share this video. I hope you learned something from this video today. If you watch for the first time, as I said from the beginning, please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also on this Facebook page, click the follow button today. Share it on your timeline or to a friend or a family member who you know has been doing bad things or who you know that has been tolerating the same person who has been doing bad things in form of habits and not mistakes. Thank you for watching and thank you for the comments. See you in the next live video. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.